The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 83. Nasdaq is up 25. S&P's flat. Gold also flat. $15.65 an ounce. You get silver up 12 cents. $17.95 an ounce. Light sweet crude doesn't stop on the way down.
It does not, man.
Down a buck, trading 54.56. And notes and bonds don't stop on the way up. You get the 10-year up 8 ticks right now. 130.01. The 30-year up 15 at 160. 01, and in both cases, folks, they are now over that January 8th high, and that was a monster high. Had huge volume. Bottom line, had given it up on price totally. Guess what? Right back topside.
Okay.
King dollar up 135 ticks, trading 97.824. The euro is at 110. The yen is at 109.5, and the pound is at 130 to 1 U.S. dollar. Yesterday you had Citrix Systems that was up 9.5%.
Okay.
And, of course, that put juice inside the NDX 100. And this morning we got the monster out here, Intel. Look at that.
Boy, oh boy, they're pushing out some chips, man.
And look, so Fitch, you got to picture something, folks, okay? When you have, they have 4.2 billion shares outstanding, right?
Yes.
Times 5.
You got it, man.
That's pretty intense, man.
It sure is. That's a solid $20 billion. They just added to the market cap. They're up at 292 now.
In one day.
Yeah. I mean, they were at 63 bucks. Now they're at 68, right? $6.30 would have been a 10% move. I mean, they were just in that up to 7.5, almost 8% for a almost $300 billion market cap company. And they deserve it, though, man. Their numbers, they beat by almost $1 billion on revenue.
I know. In 90 days.
Yeah, and for the coming first quarter, this quarter, they're looking for $19 billion in revenue, and they originally were looking for about 17.1. So they said, no, we're not going to take in 17 billion. We're going to
Let's give us
revenue.
some of that business.
How about 19 billion? Yeah.
Seriously. Inside the NDX strength out here, of course, Intel's the leader, up 8%. Broadcom's next to 2.6%. Align Technologies up 2%, and Netflix is up 1.9%. Taken away from it, Intuitive Surgical's down 4.6%. You got Trip.com Group, and it's important so watch this one. This one's really interesting. Now, I suspect at some point, I don't know this, but I suspect that it's not Trip.com. It's the same thing though here. So this Trip.com is in Shanghai, which makes sense that it's been going low.
Sure.
Right, and there's a second Trip. It's not Trip. It's TripAdvisor. That's the difference. Okay. So TripAdvisor, I was getting, messed up on this the last couple of days because TripAdvisor's been down, but I'm saying to myself, okay, Trip.com.
Can you go to the description for TripAdvisor?
Yeah, so TripAdvisor, online travel agency.
Okay.
Yes. Then Trip Group is the same thing, except that this is in...
Nope, that's TripAdvisor.
No, this is in... That's right. Is in Shanghai. Yeah. Trip Group, right? Trip.com Group. And that's TCM.
There we go.
And
I want to see a symbol. Yeah, TCOM.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's an online agency also.
Yeah, interesting. They're a $20 billion company.
Yeah.
TripAdvisor, 4 or 5 I saw.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course that has to do with the serious business that's taking place right now in China.
Cool.
I mean, you're talking...
And in Washington. But I'm just being...
No, listen, hey...
It's over 800 people, 26 people dead, I think.
What's surprising is that World Health Organization decided yesterday not to have it an international health emergency.
Yes.
And they're not meeting for 10 more days. I think that's going to change.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like, okay... Who makes that call,
Yeah.
And you don't meet for 10 days, I don't think that's going to fly. I mean,
Yeah, and one of the scariest things I've heard continually is that, they try and keep track of these, whether it's at airports, right, testing people for fevers.
That's right.
Not everybody has a fever that has this.
That came out this morning, I know.
How do you prevent the spread of it? And I think that's maybe why you're seeing China putting such a lockdown on it because maybe they don't know how else to curtail it.
There's no
if
doubt.
you can't really even test people for a fever, that's one of the biggest things that they do at the airports.
Sure.
And it's coming out that people who are testing positive for this don't have a fever. That's pretty scary.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
And what has happened, the other side of this, and this is a real bummer, that you got a victim that's 36 years old. That's very unusual, folks. Okay, when all these flus come around, the older population and very young, 1 2
weakened
years old.
immune systems.
Right.
Yes.
So someone 36.
And here we go. And now includes someone as young as 36. Some infected patients aren't showing a fever, a symptom governments around the world have been using to screen for the pathogen.
Right.
Yeah.
And what did happen last night, of course, so last night also, folks, was the last day that the Chinese markets are open for, I believe, either 5 or 7 days.
Yep, lunar holiday.
Yeah, and the thing got smoked last night again.
Oh boy.
So in 2 days we went from 3,069, down to 2,976. It really is wild when you think of like how quick you can actually get sick. Not good.
And we got they got so many cities, 40 million people now. That one Wuhan city, 11 million people. To put it in context, we talked yesterday, New York City is only 8 million.
Right.
So that would be like straight out of the movies that you have the government coming in, locking down New York City. Nobody can leave, no transit, no planes, no nothing. Nobody go outside.
Right. No calling friends.
If that happened,
you're not going to invite a friend over.
No. Nobody's going outside.
I mean,
if that happened in the U.S., my goodness, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's serious business, folks, because what does happen, no doubt, is that you get the aspect of when you lock down, you know that the city already has a virus going on. Well, what do? Well, you close your doors and, hope for the best, right?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. I would.
You wouldn't be talking to me.
I'll be talking to you over my cell phone.
I know.
Yeah.
No, but
over Skype.
I think that we're going to hear these stories because it's pretty intense, man. We've all seen enough movies.
Yes.
It's like, okay, how does this work?
Exactly.
As we're speaking here, one of the Tigresses was just saying that the TLT is breaking out, and there she goes. Yeah. Bottom line is that it's going to be interesting because this is a long consolidation. The top of that is 141.67. And we hit 141.66.
Yeah.
So this thing, and it's still counterintuitive that you can be at all-time highs. And like we just brought up the 10-year. So the 10-year has 968,000 contracts right now. Still good contract volume, a little lighter than we've been pulling up. We've been pulling this up every day, and normally it's been like 1 million contracts.
Okay.
But you can see yesterday, big expansion of volume, 1.9 million. It's going after that swing point of 130.06. We've hit 130.02. Now, the 30-year has already blown that away, folks, okay? So that's a heads up that this is going to continue higher.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the 30-year went into it, stayed right at the very top of the range, and you're going to have volume in this 30-year today. Yesterday we had volume 398,000. Today you're at 163 already. And on the top of this would be 160.13. You break that, man.
Okay.
And lower rates coming at us.
And we got a new 20-year issue from the government coming, right?
Yes.
I wonder how that'll play into other bonds trades as well.
They're going to extend the long-term debt structure, basically.
Yes.
Dow right now up 81, Nasdaq up 27, S&P's a flat. Tommy and I come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now up 51, Nasdaq's up 19, S&Ps are down 3. And yeah, just as we were talking about that virus, folks, okay, this is the release.
Pretty dicey one. Literally by the minute, we're getting more updates, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, new outbreak in the U.S. in Chicago, of all cities, man. We got a lot of traders out there.
Oh, yeah.
Thinkorswim based out there. So a second patient in the U.S. confirmed to be infected with the coronavirus from China. Patient is a woman in her 60s from Chicago that visited Wuhan, the Chinese city at the center, in December and returned to the U.S. on January 13th, said the chief medical officer and state epidemiologist.
Right. And the scary thing about this, we're reading right now, folks, return to the United States January 13th. I believe it's January 24th today.
You are correct.
Yeah.
That's 11 days of activity in a city that's enormous, man.
Huge.
So hopefully they get a handle, man. Pretty dicey for sure.
Man, it's crazy.
It is.
Let's take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here. And, you know, I mean, I understand that these can spread, but this is not something that you think of that can actually happen, but it's happening. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
If we were in China, like, would be like saying, you got to be kidding me, 40 million people down. Well, you know, if in fact, and we have huge amounts of flights going in and out of China, folks. So that's the bottom line.
Yes.
So we'll see where it shakes out.
Yes.
Intel's the big mover out here. That's up $4.50. Apple's up $2.50, trading at $3.21. You got Bank of America down 38 cents. Netflix is up $9. Let's go to Netflix, because what happened with Netflix turned right around yesterday after going down. Look at that, look at that stock.
Quite a pop, man.
It had come out with its numbers, folks, okay? And the day before it closed at 338. Come out with its numbers after the close, goes down and closes at 326, and then just took off like a rocket ship yesterday.
Sure did.
Look at this thing. 325, you're at 357 in one day. And if we bring this back,
that's like 10%.
Yeah, it's going to go for the top of its range. You know, you can see, if you're looking at this on a weekly, you can see the volume's in it, man. I mean, this thing is game to the next swing point, which is 383.
Yeah.
And that's not hard for Netflix.
No,
you know?
no.
In fact, let's see. It's only 5% short position, so it's not a type of short squeeze that's doing it. It's literally buying, you know. Gold's making a run here. And what is going to be intriguing here, folks, intriguing is probably the wrong word, but like as we do come into the close out here, when I just saw the second one in Chicago, it's like, okay, we're coming into the weekend, man.
They were already talking about it in the den, right? Who wants to be short going into the weekend?
Long.
Long. Excuse me. That's what I meant to say, right? Who wants to be long?
Because this is something that we've never seen, that if you got cities locked down, just imagine that you say that a city is locked down.
Yeah.
You know,
and I think it has a lot to do, just total speculation. That fever deal is intense, man.
If
you can't test
to
try and find people contracted,
that's
you know, you have a deadly virus that does not cause a fever.
Right.
That's how do you curtail it? How do you contain it?
There's no
other
doubt.
than just a lockdown.
And I was talking about this yesterday. I mean, it's pretty cool. They got those fever things. They can just point guns at you right now. Do you know what I mean? And
they're not guns.
They're little things. But in China, what they have, okay, which is really cool. Like when you're going through in China, you know, we have the metal detectors.
Yes.
You go even when there's nothing going on. You go through them, and your fever and your temperature comes right up. Like walk in, which is really cool.
For this, but then you say that it means nothing right now, right? And that's probably what is reverberating fear through China right now, saying. The officials out there are going, what do we do? What do we do? Yeah, right? I mean, that's the scariest part of it.
And they'd say that across the world.
I agree.
You know, because guess what, folks? If you don't have a fever and then all of a sudden you just get sick, it's like not a cool deal at all.
To say the least.
And, oh, that's great. Oh, my God. That's...
Share with the listeners what you're talking about.
Well,
you do this in the office sometimes, and I say you can't. You got hundreds, thousands of people watching.
What they're saying, folks, is that the case in Chicago, they're monitoring 63 more people.
Yes.
And let me tell you something. If in fact it comes out in the next couple of days that there's even 15 people infected in Chicago, that's going to get pretty intense.
And not a small headline. Front page of CNBC.com.
Look at that.
So monitoring 63 other possible infections. So that's a big one, man.
We better make sure there's enough gas in the boat.
The boat.
Yeah, that's it.
Going out on the water.
We're in Florida. We can get out of here, man.
Okay.
Oh my God, we might be doing this show from out in the water.
We might have to get with Elon, man. Where are you going? You're gonna have to go to space. I don't know what I kid, but.
Yeah. Oh my God. Unreal. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at that dollar. So the dollar's been on a run, folks. It hasn't changed the downtrend that it's in, but guess what? This has been trying. I mean, it's going to take. I think it's to break to get back inside the higher, well, the uptrend. It's going to take quite a bit because the way this shakes out now. You know, we had broken down the first week of December. You know, to get back out into that trend line, it's not that much, actually. 99,125 will get you back inside the uptrend. And if that ever happens, man, when you
where'd you get 99,125?
You take see on the left-hand side, it's telling us right there the trend here, right there. It's going to tell us. So what happens if you're watching Tiger?
Okay, that's the bar above here. That's what I wanted to make sure of.
Yes, if you're watching Tiger TV, folks, you're going to look to the left-hand side.
It's going to be right here on the cursor.
Yes,
essentially. Okay, that's what I just wanted. Yes.
You know, so. What does happen is that when you break something like this and you're below it, it takes a lot to get back inside.
Yeah, I was just because that's pretty decent, man. That's a whole buck 20.
It is. Yeah. No, it would take quite a bit. There's no doubt about that. And that has to do. The euro is coming back into its strength from December 2nd, I think it is. So the euro's down 25 ticks. Yeah, December 2nd. That euro, I mean, we're at 110.30. We can go to 110.03. You know.
Yeah.
The pound is holding its own. I mean, the pound was crawling higher. Yeah, it's going sideways today. And the yen almost jumped back inside this lower range. It's 10. You know, actually, it's in here. It's 109.73.
Okay.
And we're at 109.36. That's why gold's getting a little hit here too. You know, which is pretty cool. I can imagine the amount of. Well, let's go look at the airlines right now. United.
Yeah, I knew you were going to go back to it because you can't help but go back to the virus, man. I mean, it's by far the biggest story that people should be talking about, let alone be on the market.
Right. Yeah. United's down 273.
Yep. They had their earnings yesterday, but dealing with, I mean, they're going to, especially over in Asia, man.
United's huge in Asia. Huge. Yeah. I mean, the bottom of this consolidation, it's a lot lower. It's 78. Well, it's only $4. You know, that consolidation has been going on for quite some time. American, this hasn't been able to get traction for so long. Well, they got it yesterday.
That was earnings as well.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Still can't hold price.
But that's quite a move today, man. You're talking about 3%.
Right. And Southwest. Now, Southwest is not affected by the aspect of.
And there's the difference.
Yeah, you know.
Basically flat.
Right. What would happen, though, is that if, in fact, we get more news that there's more cases in Chicago, no one's going to move anywhere. You know?
I would agree.
Right.
I would not want to be
jumping on a plane, period.
I agree.
Right. You know. Dow Industrials right now up 17, Nasdaq's up 6, S&P's are down 5.5. We have, gold's making a run. Gold's getting nervous, folks. Okay, it's been pushing. Now it's just up 780. This is
S&P's negative by 5.
We get action out here. Stay right there. We'll come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates to my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials down 21, Nasdaq's off 3, S&P's down 9.5. They're hitting that S&P, folks.
They sure are.
And and it's so cool. We got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, back.
He's back at noon. You got it. Live in the saddle.
I saw him early in the den today.
That's right. growling and prowling.
I'm sure he's all ready.
Ready for that Tiger Technicians Hour at noon.
No doubt.
Yes.
And so gold. Gold, folks, okay, you know, we've got a couple questions. Where do we think it can go? Gold is in an ABC structure, and it's a complex one, up to 1704. That's your price projection. Now, the way these complex ones work is this, is that you take out the B point, take it out with volume. And that's what we did the day of January 8th. That's the day, I believe, that that commander got killed, right? I think that's that day.
The Iranian commander? Yes, okay.
So what had happened is that gold went tremendously higher.
Yeah, you are correct, yeah.
The bonds went higher. They both gave it up.
Yes.
The market went lower. That turned around. Okay.
Definitely.
So when that happens, you take out the B point, you take it out with volume. And then you give it up on price. So what happens is that that turns from an ABC structure up to a complex one. A complex one just means that it'll get back under the B point again. Now, if it gets back under the B point, you have to have a contraction of volume in order for that pattern to hold. And that's what we did. You know, so we went higher with 800,000 contracts. First day you go down with 373. Next day, 344. You make a low with 342. And 342 is going against, what's that, 437?
Yes.
So now you're going for the B point again. That's how this thing is shaking out. And, you know, you can see, it's pretty cool, you know, 2 days ago, or 4 days ago, you can see that gold was pushing with volume, but yet it was just flat, you know, but it had a big price spread. It was 1546 to 1568. Now we're over the 1568, and we're going after the B point again. So to answer the question, the price projection is 1704.
Okay.
You know, and we'll see what happens when we get to 1590. Because what happens again is that you need that expansion of volume again. That's what you need. That's, you know. So we'll see where it shakes out. But
okay.
It's getting nervous, and you can see why on Friday afternoon.
Oh boy!
You know?
And with this, I mean, we kicked off the show starting to talk about it, and by 10:14 we had a new story with.
I can't get it out of my head.
I hear you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't think people in the market can right now, too, with where we're going.
You know, because if you are in the market and you basically, as you're looking in the market as to what is going on in the world, well, Shanghai just went down 2 days in a row by 3%. You know, and if we take 3% of the S&P, folks, that's 90 points.
Correct.
You know.
Yes.
And well, we'll see where that shakes out. But that number of 63 cases that they're looking at in Chicago is not good. You know,
yep.
So. And then the real question is going to be, you know, what is the transparency? You know, what do the cities do? What do the states do? And what the feds do? As we started out the program, I think that World Health Organization is out of their mind. When I saw that yesterday, that was live when I was on the air yesterday, that they decided not to make this.
Yeah.
And that's a financial deal. I mean, they had the story because what does happen is that once that turns into a international threat, there's certain things they do go in place.
Okay.
You know, that there's serious business. I mean, for people in business, there's no doubt about that. They have to shut down.
Sure.
So I get the deal. What I don't get is that they said we're going to convene in 10 days. It's like,
I would agree.
Yeah.
They should have meetings every day.
They'll be convened this afternoon, folks, okay? You know, so we'll see where it shakes out. But it's certainly hitting something. And now it's not hitting Europe right now. So, you know, if we look at the DAX is still laying up here. Now, this is 20 minutes late.
Okay.
I'm showing this up $199 at 1357.
Yeah,
13,587.
Yeah.
So we'll see where that shakes out. If we go to the silver market and take a look at silver, you know, silver is finally picking its head back up. There's a lot further to go, but you get 39,000 contracts. You're up 22 cents. So we'll see where that shakes out. Oh, you want to see something, man? Because I think you remember this guy because we were next to him all the time. Nova
Gold. Of course, yes.
Right? Yeah. So we got a call yesterday, folks, on Nova Gold, and you know, a couple Tigers own it.
Okay.
This was an amazing move, man. I mean,
sure was.
This is like
it's a dollar move on like an $8.60 stock.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and they still an exploration company, and they're still dealing with Donlin Creek.
Okay.
So picture this: when they were sponsors of us, right?
Yes.
Like that's like 10 years ago.
At least.
Maybe more.
At least.
Right.
I would say even longer.
Even longer. And they were dealing with Donlin Creek then, but the bottom line is the market's looking. When I pulled it up, they have $138 million in cash.
Okay.
They don't take any money in. They're still an exploration company. But evidently, they're moving forward, and their partner.
It's a long time to be an exploration company with no money, man, because I think it was 15 years ago or something like that.
It is.
Yeah.
No, it is. Well, what they have going for them is that their partner is Barrick. It's a 50-50 deal.
Okay.
But what had happened also is that Greg and I forget the other guy's name. They had come from Barrick. That's when I was interviewing.
Our contacts there, right?
That's right.
Yeah, the people in the company.
They were the president and the vice president. They were geologists at Barrick.
Okay.
That's how
I don't think it's this Greg though.
No,
to be
it's
clear.
not.
That's
no,
why
it's
I wanted to.
It's not.
Yeah.
They had come from Barrick. That's how they knew that Donlin Creek had so much gold.
Okay.
But the real question was, if you look at where Donlin Creek is, folks, okay, and try to figure out how you can get gold out of the ground, God bless you.
Okay.
Because it's that far north.
And look at this run, man.
I know.
I think it was in the 2000s.
I know.
I think it was. We'll have to pull it up.
Isn't that
Quite a run, yeah.
Yeah, I know. And so, bottom line, they got something going there. I know. It looks like this stock looks like it's going to try to get up to $11 or $12.
Yeah.
And they, so what I was saying this yesterday too. When we were interviewing folks, what the gold companies do, they always put like how much per ounce they think that they have,
Yes.
and then they divide that by what their stock is trading. And like they were trading at like $2 an ounce.
Okay.
Because I remember them always bringing it up. And so
Sure.
that's what I think. Investors are looking at, long-term investors.
Sure,
are looking
right.
at, like, okay, if they really get this done,
Okay.
you're talking about monster money.
It's a little bit of light coming into that tunnel.
Yeah, it must be.
Right,
And
it
with
must be.
With Barrick as a partner, I can see why. I mean, Barrick is the second largest gold company in the world.
Okay.
So you're not talking something little. You're talking something really big.
How about Broadcom, AVGO?
Yeah.
So they signed a $15 billion deal with Apple, which is popping them.
That's why they're popping.
Yes.
Look at
so
that.
they're going to be supplying Apple. And let me see. I think I have the story still up here. And there we go. So Broadcom strikes $15 billion deal with Apple to sell it iPhone parts. So this deal, it's just amazing how much Apple means to a company like Broadcom. Said in a December filing, Apple's business compromised now this is before this announcement, okay? In December, they said that Apple's business alone compromised 20% of their net revenue in 2019 and 25% of the net revenue in 2018.
Really?
Yes. So $15 billion of wireless components to Apple. It announced a material fact. They had to probably announce it in an SEC filing. The parts will be used in forthcoming Apple products launching in the next 3.5 years, according to the filing. And then they have analysts talking about what are those parts, right? Is it going to be some of the 5G? However, you have some saying here it's possible that the agreement only impacts 4G. Not quite sure. That not in there, but nonetheless, $15 billion. And Broadcom getting a pop today, comparing some of those gains, but that $15 billion. Not bad.
We need an order like
Let's
that.
do it, yeah.
Stay right there, folks. Time and I come right back.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the Tax Opportunity Zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD, Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now down 6. NASDAQ is up 5. S&P is up 7.5. Market's calming down a bit. We'll see how this digests this in the next few hours. The gold's up 6.20. You get silver up 20 cents. Dollar's still holding. Dollar's up $1.79 out here. You know, GDX, that's moving with some volume. So you get some of these gold equities out moving with volume. They look like they want to basically break out of this. A couple of them with that consolidation. If we take a look at the Gold Bugs Index, you're going to see, yeah, you're right at the top of the last 4 or 5 days. We're up 315 right now. You're 235.18. You're coming into the downdraft of, is that the 8th too? What is this?
Yep.
Yeah, that January 8th is a big day. Yeah, so it's going to be a good day, folks, because, you know, bottom line is that, unfortunately, it seems that you got the virus is the only thing that is basically putting some volatility into this marketplace.
It sure is, man.
You know?
I would agree. Yeah.
And it's, you know, it's so funny. The Tiger texted me last night, Jeff from New York.
Okay,
right?
sure.
Okay, and he was talking about the market like the market would in 1999 never get on. He says, "Listen, man, I'm almost believing it, so it must be getting close."
Maybe that was the column.
Totally. Yeah. It was like 7:30, 8 o'clock. I says, "You know what, man? It's that cut and dry."
Yes.
It is. You know.
Yeah.
So, American Express, they come out with some numbers, right?
They
AXP,
sure did.
And this is, I heard you in the show this morning, fees, right?
That's right, fees, man. So traded all the way up to a high of 138, closed yesterday like 133, I think. Yeah, 133 and change. Let's dig into the numbers because it wasn't as big as, let's see. Where are we at? What do you think?
Maybe the first one.
Okay, let's go back. Yeah, I'm not seeing the core numbers. They're buried a little bit. Let's just scroll down. Oh, we're moving a little quick. There we go. So fourth quarter adjusted earnings, 203 versus 201.
Yeah, not that big, right? Interesting.
Fourth quarter revenue was a beat for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But that's year on year. That's
Right.
not expectations.
Yeah.
11.37 versus 10.47. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, look at the expectation was 11.36 though, so barely a beat, right?
Yeah.
Where are their fees? Because fees did beat, but not by a mammoth number. I have the article up here.
I
on
guess the bottom
CNBC
line, the
on
market
show.
knows that once they're into fees, guess what? You can jump them up another 5%, which is only dollars.
So net card fees, 1.08 billion. Estimate was 1.05.
Okay.
What I found interesting here is, right, American Express added 11.5 million new proprietary cards last year, with nearly 70% of the new card members opting for the company's fee-based products, helping to drive card fee revenue growth of 17%.
Oh, that's right, because the American Express card costs you money, huh?
I guess some of them do. 70% of them do, at least for last year, right? Yeah.
Right.
The company's adjusted annual profit came in at $8.30 a share, 12% jump, and they expect 2020 profits to range between $8.85 to $9.25.
Yep.
What's in the, I mean, they had a wide expectation of $8.49 to $9.67. And you have them trading higher on that news. So not a mammoth beat, though,
No.
right? And you have the shares trading higher.
What it could be, too, I mean, because, American Express, you go back, 10, 15 years, it had the cachet that you get American Express card, you get the black card, you're really doing well, right? And I think that came down because all these other cards, came up with limits that are so big.
Yeah, their own deal.
Without costing anything.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I got a Chase card that doesn't cost me anything, and I don't know. I don't think I get maybe as much as American Express, but the bottom line, you get quite a bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I don't have a yearly fee.
I do have a yearly fee. Capital One Venture, which is great. 2% travel rewards, but you're able to use them, so 2% almost across the board.
Okay.
And $59, $79 maybe.
Right.
For that type of fee, 2% back on literally everything. Now, the kicker there, folks, a little key to use it. So it's a Capital One Venture travel, but that includes Uber. So if you use Uber, you can apply it to anything, and it includes Uber Eats. So somehow that falls in. Uber category is Uber Eats. So you're able to use those because, if you have to wait for a flight, might be a long time, right? Totally. You might want a cash rewards back. Yeah. But if you order any type of an Uber or you order Uber Eats, I encourage people, because sometimes I look at it, people have a 1.5% cash back reward.
Right.
They're using Uber, and they could get a 2% travel reward, apply it to the travel, and they're giving up 0.5% on everything they spend on their credit card, not realizing that you could, quote-unquote, be using it for travel. Uber and Uber Eats classified. Now, I don't know if they'll ever change that, because Uber Eats doesn't seem like that should qualify, and it probably just falls under the Uber category.
I'm paying a fee, too. I'm just not paying $300.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I bet it's 50 or 60 bucks. It's probably, because with American Express, I mean, those fees are big, like $300.
Amex does have cards that don't, though. I do have an Amex myself that does not have a, and I don't really use it often, though, probably because of that, but they do. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Listen, the point structure has made a huge difference. The sad part is that we're all paying for it. You know what I mean?
It's not even legal in Europe to have the type of rewards, because it rewards credit card debt.
Yeah, we're paying
which is the worst kind of debt. Make sure that if you're doing it, it's a last-ditch resort,
pay it off,
and pay it off if you can. Right.
Unreal.
Yeah.
So let's go look at this S&P. I mean, the bottom line is that it's very early in the morning here. We're talking about 10:49, and you get some action here. It's we were lower than this yesterday, but you can see that they're pushing this right now. From the highs to the lows down here, down 20 S&P points.
Sure. Yeah.
33.37. You're at 33.17, and I suspect what we're going to end up seeing, is that at 11 o'clock in the morning, that's pretty early, man.
How are we going to find a bid into this afternoon? I don't know how that's going to happen.
No doubt. Yeah. No doubt. And even folks that, will buy the dip, well, they're going to be happy. They're going to be sitting there saying, okay, good, I'm going to wait for a dip.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You don't have to get in the middle of the day to go buy.
The low yesterday was 33.01 right after the open, so we're still 0.5% away from that even.
Right. Yeah. So let's go take a look at the yen. So the yen, folks, has just got under the benchmark, and this is going to be intriguing because this makes a difference in the gold market in a big way. And that benchmark's 109.73. Now we're just barely underneath it. We're at 109.36, but we'll see, because if that's going to be a failure, that's going to be a major failure. The yen has been trying to take this out for a long period of time, and you can see why. Because if it took it out, that yen would be up to $1.12.
Okay. Yeah.
And stuck its head above there last week in a huge way, and then all of a sudden it said, "Okay, man, now I'm coming back downtown."
Now, man, Steve Rhodes in the den. That's cool information. Amex Platinum, he's saying, is worth the fee if you travel. Yeah. Pretty cool accolades there in terms of what you get. Fine hotels allow early check-in, late 4 p.m. checkout, $100 property credit, and free breakfast for 2 each day, and an automatic room upgrade. That's where those fees really do pay off. The Capital One Venture, one of the cool things as well if you're overseas, like I could use when I visit my friend in Switzerland,
right.
I could use my card there. You got automatic currency, no fee type transactions, so it was much more beneficial using that. So check out those. Sometimes it does make sense to use those cards and pay those fees.
That early check-in, early checkout.
4 p.m., all that stuff, for sure.
Big time. That's an extra day.
It is.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow down 18, NASDAQ is flat, S&P's off 8.5. And, one more update here, folks. I don't want to keep doing these. Well, we got to do them.
You got to.
You want to know this information.
1047, this one out. Go ahead.
Right. And the big thing here is that our CDC, which is the Disease Control...
Center for Disease Control.
Is saying that it's a 2-week incubation period. This is pretty
when you
intense.
don't show symptoms.
Right.
Scary stuff,
right.
man. Scary stuff.
So they're monitoring, not only the person that got it, they're monitoring 60 other people.
And we're expecting more cases in the U.S. Right. We're likely going to see some cases among close contacts of travelers, human-human transition. That's the director of the CDC's National Center for Immunization and Respiratory Diseases talking about. The virus has an incubation period of about 2 weeks before people start to show symptoms, which, once they show, resemble a cold or a flu. Even then, you might just think you had a cold or a flu, right? And the CDC said it's working to get tests for the virus out to states so they can more quickly identify it. Currently, samples have to be sent to the CDC. That's it. States can't even test it, right? So it's dicey stuff, man. Dicey stuff. Hopefully they get a handle on that.
Yeah.
For everyone's benefit.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Dow right now down 5. Nasdaq is up 3. S&P's down 7. And let's see, I believe the NDX did hit a new all-time high, right, on the open. Yeah, NDX did it. And the S&Ps, we take a look at the S&Ps.
Missed it by a hair.
Look at that. That just missed it, okay? Small caps, folks, bottom line, for markets at all-time highs, it's pretty amazing that the small caps just haven't been able to, the highs in the small caps is July of 2018. It doesn't even seem possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not quite there.
No.
Nope.
Stay right there, folks. We got Think or Swim coming up next, and then we're going to give a big hand. I'm Mr. Basil Chapman. He's coming back. That's
there
a
we
beautiful
go.
thing. Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Go get him, folks.